Going to Little Canada. Listen to the person's instruction.
Everything in Little Canada has been made some of this stuff I sneezed on. You're of course welcome to take pictures, videos, all that good jazz. And if you have any questions, look for us folks in the Snazzy Reddit.
Here is the explanation to the map of Little Canada. Here we have, like upper level, we have Little Rockies, Little Prairies, Little Niagara, Little North, Little West Coast, and on the lower level we have Petit Quebec, which means small Quebec, Petit Montreal, which means small Montreal, Little Ottawa, Golden Horseshoe, Little Toronto, and Little East Coast. Now we are going to Little Niagara. We are now at Little Niagara. The falls are made due to water from Lake Erie falling to water to Lake Ontario. The falls on our side of Canada is called Horseshoe Falls, and the falls on the American side of Niagara Falls is called American Falls. This is the Niagara skyscrapers and the journey behind the falls. Now this is Ripley's Believe It or Not and the Skylon Tower. This is Niagara Skywheel. This is Niagara's Whirlpool and the Whirlpool aero car that goes over the Niagara Whirlpool. This is how electricity is generated from Niagara Falls. Now we are going to see the giant family who built Little Canada. This is the giant family that made Little Canada possible. We are now at Miniature Maker Studio, where we can see the workers making the miniature objects that are used to make the displays in Little Canada. This is Miniature Maker Studio, and this lady is making the figures that are used in the displays. This is made of laser board, and this is made of a type of wood. Now we are going to see Little Toronto. We are now in Little Toronto. These are the absolute towers. One of them is 50 stories high and the other is 56 stories high. And this is a construction site. This is Rogers Stadium with all its fans watching a baseball game. And this is Toronto's very famous CN Tower. We are now looking at the many skyscrapers in Toronto and the Union stations with many trains and buses that stretches from London all the way to Barrie. This is the Scotiabank Arena. There are so many fans to the stadium that they are watching this basketball game even from outside the stadium. The details on the tram are amazing. And also, the trams and cars in Little Canada have sensors at the front to tell them when to stop and when to start when an object is coming close. This is Ontario's Art Gallery, which is the largest art gallery in Ontario. This is Chinatown. Now we are looking at where Little Canada is located. That is Toronto Square, which is very famous and lively all the time. We are now headed to Little Ottawa. Look at Ottawa's most famous attraction, the Parliament Building. This is Carp Agricultural Society or the Carp Fair. We are now headed to Little Quebec. This ski lift takes people up to the top of the mountain so they can ski or snowboard down the slope again. The restaurant serves hot, steaming drinks and food to people who are exhausted from snowboarding and skiing. These people are ice skating, or in French, or patinage sur glace. It is very cool that the people who made Little Canada used magnets to make paths for the cars and people to follow when they are moving. We have reached the end of our trip. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and to watch my next videos.